What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla and what's going on with that and why it ran up. We're also going to be talking about Nio, give a little price update and see where it's going. Hopefully it goes up today. But before we hop into that, man, I tell you what, real quick, I saw all this car talk, man, has driving me crazy. I went to bed last night and had a dream that I was a muffler. Freaking woke up exhausted this morning. Got him, dude. If you guys like that kind of jokes, hit that sub button. We really appreciate all the support you guys are giving us so far, man. We really do appreciate it. But without further ado, man, let's give it some razzle dazzle and hop into this thing. So let's just start off with Nio real quick. So Nio, yesterday during the market was up a little bit. Started off strong. You know, Nio released their January numbers yesterday morning. That drove the stock up to about $59, $60 mark, as we could see here, and it just tanked off after that. I think this whole GameStop thing is still pushing a little bit on this market. No one really knows what's going on, but I don't know if people are selling, you know, to put money into GameStop and then they're going to put it back. Who knows? So I kind of feel like maybe that's still driving these numbers around, but it did recover. Beautiful, beautiful entry point. $54. If you guys are not into Nio, first of all, this is not financial advice. None of this is financial. All entertainment purposes only. You guys know what to do. Always consult your financial advisor before getting into the stocks because it's real risk. But $54, man, beautiful entry point. If you are not into Nio, that's gonna look like $1 million when you get to 75.
Yeah, it's gonna look like a steal when it hits those price targets anywhere between 75 and 100. So
right, and I feel like we're gonna be heading that way. You know, anytime, you know, with those numbers coming out, February, I'm really hoping it's gonna look just as good as January, and then we got their earnings coming out in March, so we'll see what happens there. I'm really hoping this thing trades up today. As of right now, we're sitting at 0.3 above, you know, positive pre-market, so I'm really hoping that keeps trending in that direction. You know, we'll see. We'll watch and see what happens here. But let's go ahead and hop over to Tesla. So big news coming out of Tesla today. Look at this thing. That's what you want to see in a chart, man. This is what you want to see. This right here is ground. This right here is the moon. Straight blast off. Straight blast off. SpaceX rocket ship stuff right here, chat. So it started off a little rocky this morning. It did drop. But dude, it just took off over the afternoon, up 5.8% for the day yesterday. Yeah, beautiful.
A lot of things in the morning kind of tanked off like that. I think there was still a little bit of scare of, you know, whatever's going on in the market bubble or whatever's causing everything to go down. I think it's a big group of things, you know, vaccine stuff, COVID strand stuff, a lot of negative crap balled together that's making everyone kind of scared a little bit. But it seemed like, you know, by midday everything was starting to come back up, even before midday. So hopefully that all's over with and everyone's, you know, starting to buy back in, which, you know, Tesla and a lot of other stocks today, that's what happened. So hopefully we keep up that momentum.
But yeah, so again, we have some news coming out. So first things first, a major pension plan in New York revealed today that they updated or they bought into Tesla stock. So this is one of the biggest pension plans, retirement plans in the country. It was let me see, I'm just looking over my notes. It was the New York State Teachers Retirement System that initiated their position in Tesla today. So that's good news. I don't know how much of a player that played in the stock going up. I think a lot of this had to do with the fact of Alexander Potter, one of the Tesla analysts, coming out and raising his 12-month prediction to $1,200 from $515. So
that's huge.
That is huge. Massive news. I think that might be one of the highest predictions on the market right now. I think there's maybe one or two that are at $1,250. I think we reported about that a couple videos ago. Who knows? Talk about Tesla. But yeah, so he raised his price prediction. So I feel like maybe that was the big driving factor here, you know, driving it up that almost 6% today. So he kind of backs that information up with what he thinks Tesla's going to do by year end. And he's thinking that they're going to deliver hopefully under about 900,000 vehicles for the year, which represents, according to, it's massive, and that report, or that represents about 80% growth year over year. So I hope he's right. I really hope he's right, man. I got into this.
I mean,
thing
they're
at like 500.
building. They're building like 3 or 4 new factories. I think 1 or 2 of them are already done. So I mean,
Yep,
they're already starting to pump out cars out of the one in China and Shanghai. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think they can do it.
Right. And if we look at, so Elon Musk tweeted this video out. This is a video of sorry for the crappy quality, but it's a video of the Berlin Gigafactory that they're working on right now. So this is good news if you are a Tesla investor. It shows that they are currently expanding. Obviously, everybody knows they're still expanding, but this is fantastic news to show the progress, in Europe. So
yeah, but since we're talking about Europe, there was a report published in the Business Insider on Monday citing several government sources, as they said in quotes. Tesla will be granted at least 1 billion euros, which is 1.2 billion US dollars, in public subsidies to continue developing battery cells. And that's exactly what this factory is right here that you're seeing. That it looks like they're pretty close to being done, or
right.
So the source could not say an exact number of how much Tesla will get, but they did say that Tesla's funding will be in the single-digit billions of euros, and like I said, 1 billion euro is 1.2 billion US dollars. So they're at least going to get that much. But last week, Germany announced 11 grants from the initiative, and Tesla was one of those winners.
Right.
Which is also big news because usually they pick big companies, like German-based companies. So for Tesla to get one of those spots is huge because they're not based really in Germany. Right. So that's
what Elon tweeted about a couple weeks ago. And we've talked about this before in previous videos, that battery production is their biggest problem right now as an EV maker. Yeah. And I feel like that's probably the same issue with a lot of these EV makers, is the resources, the production of them, and just the availability of them. So with them building this big gigafactory, I feel like it's just going to increase their number of production. It makes me wonder if other car companies are going to be able to buy batteries from Tesla. Are they going to be able to do that? So, who knows? We'll see what happens here, but it's definitely interesting, and I really do see this thing pressing 900, in the given weeks. Like,
there's a lot of price targets in the 900s to 1200s, so it's got to get there some point soon.
Right.
I mean, there was a big pullback last week, and that was wasn't anything really to do with Tesla. It was just the market in general.
It
but,
could have just, again, all with that GameStop news coming out. So.
And it's already shooting back up. So
right.
Hopefully we get the 900 at least here soon.
I hope so. So hold on to your hats with Tesla, guys. If you're not into Tesla, it's always something to look at. That 700 was a beautiful, another price start, an entry point. If you're not into it, throw some money on that, man. $700. You don't even have to throw 700. Do partial shares. I know a lot of people are against Robinhood. I'm not getting into that argument. If you're into Robinhood, just throw partial shares. Fidelity, partial shares. Webull, partial shares. Like, I know they all do partial shares. What's that?
M1 Finance.
M1
There's
Finance.
A lot of them.
Yep, they all do it. You don't even have to spend the full $800. So that's always good. But that wraps up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, you like those dad jokes, you know what it is. Hit that sub button. It really helps us grow the channel. We really appreciate all the support from you guys. Again, it really helps us, and we just love making these videos for you guys. We try to give you guys all of the latest information with these two stocks and pushing out more. So if you guys like it, you know what to do, and we'll see you guys in the next one.